Ian Spicer here, PSYCH-K instructor, and it's my absolute pleasure to be here and welcome to the call one of my favorite people in the entire world of PSYCH-K, not only the director of the PSYCH-K Health and Wellbeing program, but also the director of PSYCH-K, Duccio Locati. Welcome, Duccio.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you for taking the time for this interview.
Yeah, thank you very much, and it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. And we're very lucky to have you here, actually, because you're here this morning to talk about the Mighty Health and Wellbeing program, which is, to me, one of the most incredible workshops I've ever attended, or programs I've attended. I've now, I think, been 5 times at the Health and Wellbeing program with you, and so I know what it's all about. But to have you here today is going to be a huge treat for everyone, so we can let everyone know what they could expect, who it's for, all that kind of stuff. So I thought maybe we could start by you letting us know a little bit about yourself, introduction to what your introduction was to PSYCH-K,
yeah, sure.
And maybe with a focus on the Health and Wellbeing program.
Yeah, indeed, Ian. So again, thank you. It's the beauty of PSYCH-K is that I'm doing this interview from Dallas. I just finished a beautiful Health and Wellbeing in Dallas with 44 amazing facilitators who were enthusiastic at the end of the workshop. And many of them already told, I want to come back and repeat it. It was so amazing. And my long story short, with PSYCH-K, it was really first sight love, because my first training is, I'm trained as an osteopath. It's a job that I really loved a lot. So health and well-being have always been my passions. And as an osteopath, I've studied many things. And one of the postgraduate workshops that I attended for osteopathy was about biological medicine. It's a kind of medicine where you understand all the connection between the traumatic events that happen into your life, what part of the brain is activated according to this traumatic event, and what part of the body is then triggered according to this connection. So I studied this amazing approach for 2 years, and I was very happy because I knew everything about all the so-called illnesses. And when someone asked me, okay, I have this problem in my skin, I was able to immediately understand why and to help this person to understand why. And this for the same for every situation in the body. So my ego was very happy about that because I knew a lot. But when people started asking me, okay, and what can you do to solve this conflict? I said, I don't know. I know a lot about all the causes, but I don't know how to help you in transforming what really caused this kind of reaction in your body. And magically, a few days after I finished this training, a medical doctor who is a friend of mine, gave me the Biology of Belief that I read in one day. At the end of the book, I saw the word PSYCH-K, and oh my God, I knew from exactly at that moment that PSYCH-K was what I needed to help myself and people in transforming their life, and especially in the health and wellbeing field, because PSYCH-K became the tool to help people to transform the way they perceived life and in transforming the way they perceived life, transforming the perception of a stressful or traumatic event, helped them in really achieving and maintaining an optimal health and well-being state. That's why PSYCH-K became immediately part of my practice as osteopath. And I learned PSYCH-K in 2007. I became instructor in 2008. And then I kept doing osteopathy until 2013. And in 2014, I decided to dedicate my entire life to PSYCH-K, so I stopped my practice, and now I am teaching this amazing workshop that's for sure for professionals. So many medical doctors, physiotherapists, alternative practitioners, psychotherapists, chiropractors, osteopaths attend this workshop to be able to use PSYCH-K in their practice. And also many people attend this workshop just to learn on how to use PSYCH-K to reach and maintain an optimal health and well-being state, and to be responsible for their health. I think this is the main point.
Fantastic. So this is what you're saying is it's not just for people that are in the world of health?
No, it's for everybody, really everybody. Because the beauty of PSYCH-K, and you know very well because you are one of the most successful instructors in the world. You teach in Australia, in China, in Japan, in New Zealand. So you know PSYCH-K very well. And the beauty is that with PSYCH-K, we don't even need to have a medical or scientific background to work with our health, because the way PSYCH-K is structured is that where we want to go, what we want. I want to be healthy. I want to be able to digest in a proper way. I want to be able to move properly. Okay. Once we know exactly where we want to go, what we need is just to use the PSYCH-K procedure to transform all the limiting beliefs that do not allow us to be healthy, and install enhancing beliefs that promote our health. And one very important thing, PSYCH-K is not a substitute of medicine, it's rather a complement. Okay, so this is a very important distinction. Sometimes just using PSYCH-K, we see kind of some miracles, and other times we use PSYCH-K and then we also need the official medicine, alternative medicine, whatever the person believes in.
Yeah, fantastic. So for people that are also just interested in health and well-being, sounds like would be also something that would be interesting for them to look into as well.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And also in this case, if someone who's listening now don't even know what PSYCH-K is and would be interested in working with health, to attend the health and well-being workshop, it's necessary to attend the basic workshop and the advanced workshop that are already, just them are life-changing. Just the basic workshop is life-changing. And for sure, already with the basic workshop, you can start working with the beliefs that can promote your health. And with the health and well-being workshop, we go in a much deeper on how to work with our health from a completely different perspective. That's
yeah, perfect. What leads me to my next question. So around kind of what the health and wellbeing workshop, which we also call HWP, what does it involve? So would you be able to step through the different parts of the program that someone coming along will learn, maybe with a special focus on some of your favorite parts?
Oh yeah. Oh, it's from page 1 to page 40 is all my favorite. So during the health and well-being, we first of all we cover and we discuss the 2 pillars of the health and well-being program, that are the epigenetics and the placebo effect. So how with PSYCH-K we work practically in changing our epigenetic expression and in using the placebo effect, the power of our mind, to help us to stay healthy. So this is the introduction that's already mind-blowing, because just being able to understand these 2 concepts and how to apply them in our life because this is the point here, and it's not just theory. It's okay, let's see how they work and then practice. Let's practically apply them in our life. We will see a beautiful approach that's called the 4 levels of reality, that will allow you to find solutions to problems that previously were invisible. Okay, because when it's about us, or when we need to help someone else, it's so easy to have blind spots, things that we are really not able to see. And through these 4 levels of reality, and how to navigate through these 4 levels of reality, participants will learn the keys on how to see these blind spots and to transform them. Okay. During the health and well-being also, there is a part dedicated to do all the work at the subconscious level to be the best facilitator in the health and well-being field. So we will work on improving the way we ask questions. We will improve the way on how we listen to people. We will improve our confidence in doing sessions. So many characteristics on how to do the best session. Then we will do 2 beautiful balances. One is the alternative life balance. It's a balance in which you will work specifically with a health and well-being condition. You will create at the subconscious level a brand new life that's completely free from the disease, from the condition, and you will integrate all the epigenetic signals in your system to promote a health state. Another big balance is the optimal health and well-being balance, in which facilitators, the participants, will be able to download in their system, in their biology, in their chemistry, 22 long life elixirs. Okay, I call them in this way because they are. These 22 long life elixirs are the beliefs, the attitudes that the healthier, happiest, elder, most successful people have in the world. And these 22 diamonds, these 22 long life elixirs, were extrapolated by Rob Williams, the originator of PSYCH-K, from a branch of science that's called psycho, neuro, endocrine immunology. So it's a branch of science that connects all the main systems in the body. So in this balance, we will effectively bring into our body, into our biology, all this magic. Then we will, oh my God, there are so many things. We will see how to change in a very effective way the perception and the memory of a very stressful or traumatic event related to health and well-being. So the shock of a diagnosis, the fear of a surgery, okay, all things that can affect our health. We will see how to use PSYCH-K in first aid situations and conditions. We will see how in PSYCH-K we see the prevention. And these are just some of the beautiful things that we will see in the program, and many, many, many other things. Also because 90% of the sessions, the PSYCH-K sessions that I do with people are related to health and well-being. So during the workshop, I will share with participants all the easy way, or everything that I've learned in this session, so that participants will not have to go through all my mistakes. And the learning curve in this workshop is incredible, because I've done my mistakes. I know what works, what doesn't work, and I will share all the tips to work in a very effective way. And the learning curve on how to work with PSYCH-K will be much faster because of that.
Fantastic, Duccio. And I know that when I've sat there over I'm not sure if it's 5 or 6 workshops I've attended, I've lost count, health wellbeing workshops, but it's full of everyone in the workshop sits there just shaking their head in amazement at what they're learning.
Yeah.
That's always the case, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So that's fantastic, all the things that you've just gone through. But one of the big questions I know that myself, and not only me, but all the instructors get asked in workshops, basic and advanced, is about specific conditions. How do we manage a condition specifically? Is that something that you would cover specifically in the workshop? So if somebody comes and says, I have something going on from a health and wellbeing perspective, is there a strategy do you think they'd go away with after the?
Thank you, Ian. There were so many things in this workshop that there was missing this part. That's one of the most important ones. There is a big part of the health and well-being that's dedicated on how to manage a PSYCH-K session related to health and well-being. So we will learn a few beautiful key questions that will help you and you with yourself, or help you to help others to find really golden nuggets, really precious information that then you will be able to balance and to integrate in your subconscious. We will learn a procedure on how to effectively use our intuition. So you will be absolutely oh my God, how it's possible that's so easy to get so precious information from using our intuition. We will learn a protocol on how to get messages from health and well-being conditions, because Ian, sometimes, actually very often, what happens to us in the health and well-being field may have a message behind. And once we know how to get this message and how to integrate these messages in our subconscious mind, it's so much easier to go back to a very powerful and healthy state. So yes, all these things will be done also in these 4 days, and a lot of practice, because for every single thing that I've talked about, there will be an explanation, a demonstration, and then practice. Right. So that at the end of the workshop, you will be ready to work with yourself and others in such a simple and effective way.
Fantastic, Duccio. And so a second question, I'm pretty sure we all as instructors get asked a lot, is that if somebody has a condition, situation going on in their life, sometimes people don't know when it started or why it started. Does the messages, is that a way to be able to work with these situations without actually knowing what the original?
Indeed. That's the beauty of PSYCH-K, because like I said previously, there are many ways on how to get conscious messages and to understand why a certain condition happened in our life. And sometimes we do not even need to know when this started or why this started, because what we need in PSYCH-K in some regarding some conditions is just to be clear about what we want, where we want to go. Okay, for example, I have a condition that it's usually called, okay, I have a bad digestion, for example. Perfect. This is the problem. It's difficult for me to digest food. Okay, what do I want instead? Oh, I want to be able to digest and to feel light after each meal. Perfect. This is the goal. Okay. And sometimes just integrating this goal into our subconscious mind, that then will trigger our biology to digest in a much easier way, is everything we need, because it's our subconscious mind knows everything that's needed to reach this goal. And sometimes it's necessary to know also this at the conscious level, Other times it's not necessary, and we just enjoy the ride. We tell the system, please take care. Even if I know, I just want to enjoy the ride and to be able to eat and be light and happy after every meal. That's the joy of PSYCH-K. It's not everything. I need to know everything. I need to know. No. The thing is that, do you really need to know everything, or do you want to solve? That's a big question to ask. Do you need to understand, or do you need to be well? That's the difference.
I think so. It's getting down to the important areas, but keeping it simple. Yeah.
Keeping it simple. Super. Ian, one concept that I've learned in the hard way, because I was very complicated when I started PSYCH-K. Then PSYCH-K helped me to be much simpler. It's a kind of paradox for human beings, but I have seen that in PSYCH-K sessions, the simpler, the deeper. So the simpler the PSYCH-K sessions are, the deeper they are. The more complicated, with a lot of conscious information and worries and super complicated things, the less effective. Okay, so really, the simpler, the most profound, the more effective.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. I know this will have answered a lot of people's questions, what we're talking about this morning. So fantastic. So once someone's completed the health and wellbeing program, what does that mean for them in terms of PSYCH-K.com, which that is our primary, I guess, center, the PSYCH-K Center website. And I know there that a lot of people have asked about, how do we access, or are we able to access a listing on PSYCH-K.com to start promoting ourselves as facilitators? Can you talk a little bit about what could happen once someone's done the PSYCH-K Health and Wellbeing program? Because I know there's some new activity happening there at the moment.
Yeah. Thank you, Ian. Yes, writing these days, it's not yet online. It will be online in the next few days. The PSYCH-K.com has a brand new, beautiful list that's called the PSYCH-K Preferred Facilitators, and who will attend, or who has attended the PSYCH-K Basic Workshop, the PSYCH-K Advanced Workshop, and the Health and Wellbeing Workshop, have all the requirements. Thank you, Ian. All the requirements to be listed in this list. And for sure, many people will just attend the health and well-being to work with themselves, so they don't want to work with others. But a few facilitators that can be professionals, health professionals, or just PSYCH-K facilitators will be willing to work with other people in the health and well-being field. And being listed in this list is great, absolutely great, because you will be super visible in PSYCH-K.com. It's an official list, and once you attend the health and well-being, you will receive all the information to be listed in this list. And
yeah, great. And I know that with the huge, we're all so excited by the huge increase in awareness around the world about PSYCH-K.
Wow.
I feel like it's literally exploding around the world at the moment. Like we can't, almost believe as instructors and facilitators, the phones are going crazy. This listing in the PSYCH-K.com and the traffic that's going to the PSYCH-K.com.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah.
Like this. And so from a perspective of not just now, but in the future, that ability, if you're wishing to do something in the world of PSYCH-K, either as part of or full-time, is going to be an extremely valuable thing to consider as part of your of what you're doing. And it certainly connects you directly with PSYCH-K.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful because you will be able to do what you love, to help people to be happy, to do something that's simple and powerful, to feel energized after every session, and at the same time to serve at the highest level possible. And really, Ian, I think you agree with me. What's better than that? It's cool. It's so cool. It's so
yeah, to be involved in the PSYCH-K world is absolutely a gift beyond words. I was going to just quickly mention for those people that haven't had any experience with PSYCH-K before, and you mentioned a book you read at the beginning that turned on the light for you, which was The Biology of Belief by Dr. Bruce Lipton.
Dr. Bruce Lipton, yes, I strongly suggest this book.
And so if you haven't had any experience with PSYCH-K, there's he has a number of books, but The Biology of Belief is an incredible book to read. The whole back section of the book called the addendum is all about PSYCH-K. But in Bruce Lipton's videos about this subject, The Biology of Belief, it's really the new paradigm, not just a new idea, the new paradigm in science, this kind of science called epigenetics. It's now thousands of people involved all around the world, and we're very lucky to work closely with Bruce, and he is without doubt the biggest promoter of epigenetics in the world, and certainly PSYCH-K. So get in touch with that book and check it out. So if somebody's interested in attending a PSYCH-K workshop, and you said they need to have done the basic workshop and the advanced workshop, which is a 3-day workshop and a 4-day workshop before attending Health and Wellbeing, because we use the balanced processes we learn in those at Health and Wellbeing. So we love them to come straight away, but they need some skills before they come. And
indeed,
they'll also get some huge benefit from that. How would you suggest someone proceeds if they've done the workshops? Where would they find out some more information?
Okay, so just one more thing about the Biology of Belief written by Dr. Bruce Lipton. I strongly suggest to read that also before the Health and Wellbeing, because you will see from the scientific point of view how using PSYCH-K and changing your subconscious belief can affect your biology and the epigenetic expression. So I think it's really super. It's an amazing way to be introduced to this new science. Okay?
Great. So whether you're interested already coming, read it. If you're not sure, had done PSYCH-K, or not sure, haven't done PSYCH-K, read it.
Yeah. Read it.
And we always say, we believe that Dr. Bruce Lipton deserves a Nobel Prize for the wonderful work he's doing.
Yes.
In the world.
And probably he's too. What he does is too good to get the Nobel Prize. That's why.
Absolutely, and so
too far.
So, and huge thank you and respect to Dr. Bruce Lipton for all his work.
Yes.
And also to Rob Williams, you mentioned Rob before, originator of PSYCH-K. Just amazing gratitude to Rob for all the incredible work that he's doing in, maintaining and keeping the integrity of the PSYCH-K.
Because actually Bruce Lipton's life changed thanks to PSYCH-K. That's why Bruce Lipton and Rob Williams are so good friends, and they work together in such a beautiful way. So they're two of the most important men in my life. Absolutely. Yes.
Well, I think in the world of the transforming world at the moment, Bruce brings the science and turns our minds onto this beautiful idea that our beliefs control our reality in every area, psychologically and biology. And Rob has kept this beautiful process so pure. So when we go and do these balances now, they have such an incredible effect, and they really are the bullseye. As I say, the bullseye when it comes to the personal transformation. There's nothing more powerful on the planet that you can do than a PSYCH-K balance to transform your life.
And Ian, to answer, and thank you for that, and to answer your previous question, for everyone who is interested in attending the health and well-being, and to do that, you have to go through the basic and advanced. All the information to attend these workshops can be found on the international website, PSYCH-K.com, www.psych-k.com, and you can find a workshop in your area. There are amazing instructors teaching all around the world. And Ian, for sure, where do you teach now, Ian? Mainly in Australia, but you travel a lot.
Oh, I've been all over the world over the last
UK, Australia, Japan.
Hong Kong. Yeah.
Wow. So
it's an incredible thing to be part of. So just one last thing. So if somebody is interested in what you're talking about, but they're not quite ready to take the step to go to a workshop, and they want to have an experience of some of the beautiful technology that you're talking about, maybe they know somebody that they'd like to recommend to come and have an experience with PSYCH-K. You mentioned before the PSYCH-K.com website, and we have a new section up there, which is the PSYCH-K preferred facilitators.
Exactly.
PSYCH-K preferred affiliates and health and wellbeing facilitators. It's now being merged into one section, PSYCH-K preferred facilitators. That's going to be up in the next week or two. And have a look there. If you want any additional help, maybe speak to an instructor in your local area about recommending someone that may have they may think might be good as well.
Actually, people who experienced a PSYCH-K session, then the majority of them then attended the workshop because they had such amazing results in different areas of their life that, okay, I want to learn it. I want to have it anytime, anywhere.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I think that's great, Duccio, and I think that we've covered a lot, and I think that we've really given everybody, a lot of information about the workshop, what they can do. So I think that would be probably a great place to wrap it up. Is there anything else you'd like to add as some closing remarks?
To use for the facilitators who are listening to this interview, to keep using PSYCH-K, keep, because it's a miracle. You will balance for something, you will see also the effects on something else. So to keep using it. For the people who has not yet attended PSYCH-K, if anything resonated with you or about what we have said, or if you have read Bruce Lipton's book, follow your intuition, because it's your soul telling you this is what you need to change your life. And I really look forward to meet all of you, because just being in the PSYCH-K experience is life-changing. Just attending the basic workshop by itself, the advanced workshop, the health and well-being, or the master facilitation workshop, or the divine integration retreat, you can find all this information on PSYCH-K.com. Just be there is life-changing. You are not the same person that comes the first day. So first day you are one person, end of the workshop you are a completely different person.
Brand new version of yourself.
Yeah. Indeed.
Fantastic. Well, Duccio, it's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you as always, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. And thank you for all the beautiful words. Thank you to everyone for spending the time with us.
Thank you for the video.
Appreciate you doing that, and look forward to seeing everyone soon. Duccio, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you all. Thank you, Ian.